And welcome back, everyone, to the Bulldog Beat Basketball Show. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you. We're joined now by Ferris State University junior, Mia Riley. Mia, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Obviously, you guys having a great season again, 14-5 overall. Just what's it been like here with a kind of a new team, obviously? Lost a couple key pieces last year, but obviously a lot of players returning from a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, we did lose a few key pieces last year, but it's been fun to see like people step up, and the girls have been playing with the last 3 years now to get their chance.
For you, especially, maybe just talk about the progress that you've made in your career here this season and coming in after a year ago, seeing obviously your minutes increase and production increase here over the course of the year.
Yeah, I mean, last year I kind of zeroed out almost at the end of the season. So this year it's kind of just a big jump to see now I'm starting and playing big minutes. So I feel like it just goes to show you always have to be ready, and what you do in the off season really matters for the next year. Never get discouraged and stuff because it'll pay off.
Speaking of the offseason, just how committed was this team in the offseason after reaching the semifinals a year ago, and how much did that kind of help fuel you guys here in the offseason?
We definitely had a chip on our shoulder. Just after last year, this is the most hardworking team. Everybody puts in the work every single day. Even in season, it's girls are always going to get shots up, putting in another hour outside of practice. This is the most hardworking team I've ever been a part of.
And Mia, tell us about your game. Describe your game to somebody who's never seen you play, and because you've really taken a big step this year. Just how would you describe your game to somebody who hasn't seen you?
I wouldn't say I'm the tallest or the fastest or the most athletic or anything, but I try to just focus on what I do well, and I feel like I'm a good driver, and I can get to the basket and get into the paint, and then from there I feel like I can be creative and up and under. Get a layup, get a floater, fade away, jump shot. I feel like I'm more of an offensive-minded player, but I also love playing defense because it's so fun to get a steal or anything. So it's important to focus on both aspects, obviously, but I feel like I'm definitely more of an offensive-minded player.
So take us back to your roots as a basketball player. When did you really fall in love or with basketball? What are some of your earliest positive memories of playing basketball?
My brother was always really into basketball, and he's a good 8 years older than me, so he's the age gap is pretty big, but he would always take me to the gym, and we would just shoot around together. And then in high school, me and my sister, when we were working towards trying to win a state championship, he would take us to the gym every single morning, and it was just memories like that, waking up early before school and going to the gym. You don't want to wake up any earlier before school, but things like that were just fun with him and fun with my sister. It was really just my sister and brothers that helped me fall in love with basketball.
And talk about your high school experience. You had a lot of success there and gained a lot of notoriety, with some of the success that your team had.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Fowler High School. We won 2 state championships. It's such a great program. The community was such a huge aspect of it. There's so many people supporting you constantly. I mean, we had such a big support and just such big backing from everyone. I got to play with my sister. That was my favorite part. We played together 3 years, and our first year we got knocked out with COVID, obviously, but the last 2 years we won state championships together. So.
What's it like for you and your sister following each other now? What's it like now? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of been cranked up here a little bit.
Yeah, well, we did decide to go to different schools, and we talked about it before we committed and stuff, but now it was definitely the best for us. We need to be separate, go our separate ways. But we always talk about it now. We're wow, why did we decide to go to different schools? We're driving on the weekends to meet up with each other. She's coming here, I'm going there. But yeah, I mean, it's so fun to play against her and with her. Basketball is just so much better with her. She's hurt this year. She's medically redshirting. She tore ACL. But I always just find that basketball is so much more fun when she's there to share the experience with.
Isn't it kind of interesting that because Kenzie got to play against her sister earlier in the season. What do you from your perspective watching Kenzie play against her sister, because they literally both were starting in that game? What did you have a feel for what that was like?
It was so cool how they let them have that opportunity and how they got to play against each other and get big minutes against each other. I mean, I've always played with each other, so you never really know how it is to play against each other. Maybe once in a while, obviously in the driveway and stuff growing up. But Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool thing, especially because you just both have worked so hard and you finally get to see that progress show against each other.
And talk about your guys' progress as a team this year. And, certainly coming off of last year, getting to the Elite Eight and then winning that quarterfinal game, getting to the Final Four. You guys had to, I don't want to say start over, but you guys had to learn a new team and you guys had to come together. You lost 2 key players. What was it like for you all to learn about each other and to learn how this team was going to work well and be successful together?
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely learning. It was a big learning thing because everyone had to step into different roles. And even with Caden being out this year, she was such a huge part of our team offensively, defensively, like leadership wise. And it's now everyone has to step into these different roles and like maybe pick up a few more rebounds than they usually would, or like score a few more points than they usually would. Or people are going to have to like step up and talk in the huddles more than they usually would. And it's just like a big learning aspect because you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're just kind of like learning the way, but your teammates are there to do it with you. So.
And that was a devastating injury, obviously, with Caden going down. How were you guys able to rally together and to keep this thing going? And in what role did Caden play in it? Because she still seems really active and vocal there.
Oh, yeah. Caden is the most positive and optimistic person ever. So if you're not doing it for yourself, if you're not doing it for anyone, you're doing it for Caden because she just sees like every day as an opportunity and she's so happy to just be part of the team and be there every day. And she just brings this energy to the room. And you really just like want to make her proud when you're playing and like do it because she can't this year.
And then one more question before I throw it back to Rob, but what's it like playing in the GLIAC? Because every game is just tough. Everybody's coming at you. Everybody's well coached. Everybody's got all-state players and everybody's good. What's it like?
Oh yeah, it's the best competition. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in any other conference. I love playing against the best competition. It makes you so much better. It gives you a challenge to step up to, and it gives you like things to look forward to and challenge yourself with. So yeah, I love playing in the GLIAC.
Let's go back to this past weekend. Obviously on Thursday night against Northern Michigan, maybe not the outcome you guys wanted. Just how much did that game really stick in the back of your minds when you got ready to face Michigan Tech on Saturday?
It was definitely a learning game. We knew what we lacked in and we knew what we really need to pick it up on. We kind of tried not to think about it going into Tech because we just know the team that we are, and that was just like played bad, got to pick it up, got to fix some things here and there. But in the end, like we know what team we are, so it wasn't like we had to have this elaborate practice on Friday. It was just like get in, get your shots up, and we knew what we needed to do, and we did it on Saturday. So.
Obviously, you guys shared the ball well, and you had a lot of players capable of scoring the basketball. Just what's it like playing with so many different players on the floor that can all shoot the basketball from the outside? Yeah,
I mean, our team is so talented, and everyone has their own like individual, unique way of playing. It's so fun to play with different like types of players on the court. Like it's fun when I get to play with Emma because she's just such a great shooter. She gets me like 10 assists, I swear. Yeah, it's so fun to play with her. And Grace Lyons, like she has the best floater game I've ever played with. And she's a freshman, so I don't know how she developed that. But yeah, I mean, it's just everyone has these unique parts about their game, and it's just so fun to see them succeed. And I just love being able to watch them get everything that they've been working hard for.
Obviously, not only yourself, but you mentioned Emma, Allie Schultz. Maybe how special has it been to see some of those players that didn't get a whole lot of minutes last year really step up and play some major roles here on this year's team?
Yeah, I love it because I was right there with them last year. We were all like working hard together. Like the games that we wouldn't play, just like treat your warm up as like a workout. And now it's like being able to see them get in the game and like watching them last year coming into this year is just it just makes me so happy to see that they're getting everything they deserve. So,
obviously, this week you kind of had the focus on the one game here, Lake Superior State, on Thursday night up in Sault Ste. Marie. What's it going to be like going on the road again here in the GLIAC? And obviously, never easy to win in the conference, and especially to try to do it here on the road.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a big statement win. We need another just win where we can like rally together and have just a really good all around game. Several players in double digits and just everyone playing really well together, really good team defense, and just, yeah, statement.
Obviously, I hear a big month coming up here in the month of February. Only 3 home games left. You guys are going to have to do it here, some on the road. But what's it like knowing that you still got a lot of goals out there in front of you and still a lot of attainable goals here in the final month of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to still have half the GLIAC left because I feel like we have a lot to work on still, and we still have a lot of wins that we want to get and a lot of things that we know we can get there and we know we can do. So it's nice to just have these opportunities out in front of us because we're a great team, and I can't wait to see where it takes us.
Obviously, last year, one of your teammates, Mallory McCartney, now an assistant coach. What's it been like to see her on the coaching side now and have to work with her in a little different type of relationship?
I love having Mallory back in Big Rapids. She's one of my best friends, and she just knows the game so well. She was one of the smartest players I've ever played with and best players I've ever played with. And the same with coaching. Like, she knows the game like the back of her hand. She's genuinely like a student of the game. And she just brings this other energy, and she has like that player perspective also because she was right there last year as a player, and she just knows exactly what we need. So she just brings a totally different aspect, and it's amazing to have her. We're so thankful to have her.
Moving away from basketball a little bit here, maybe tell us about your academic major, what you hope to do when basketball and college is all said and done.
So I am a biology pre-optometry major, so I have a lot more schooling here left. But next year I'm going into optometry school, and I'm going to have to balance that with basketball. So it'll be a challenge, but I think it's doable. It's been done before with other sports, so it'll be tough, but I'm excited, and I'm excited to be able to start my postgraduate type stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, man, I'm not sure you have any time left for anything else after school and basketball. What are some other hobbies you have besides basketball?
I love spending time with my family, my friends, my sister. I like running, weirdly. Jogging.
In the winter?
Not sprinting.
You like it in the winter too?
No, actually.
No.
Great question, though. Yeah, I like to read. I like to cook. So I do like those in the winter because it's warmer.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, Mia, thanks for the time so much, and best of luck to the Bulldogs coming up this week, Thursday night at Lake Superior, and then obviously back at home Monday night.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more of the Bulldog Beat Basketball Show after this quick break here on the Bulldog Sports Network.